go live. Let me make sure we're, hold on, setting up your webinar for Facebook Live.
Hi, Facebook.
Well, we'll cut all the dead stuff off, you know, from the recording since I'm recording it. Okay. I think that we might actually be on. Let me wait for the spinning wheel to actually stop. Okay, let's just assume that we are on. Yeah. Hi.
Hey, how are
We're
you?
back. Yes.
That's
So,
great.
yeah, I think we've actually been gone for 2 weeks from our lives because 2 weeks ago when we did live, we weren't actually live and we recorded it. And then last week was kind of an under the weather day.
It made it. So it made it on Facebook, so it worked out great.
It did. Yeah. So we're all good. And so today we had an interesting question that came up this week that we felt was worthy of us coming together and sharing this expert knowledge. And that was, hey, I got my pillow and I don't have any instructions. So I'd kind of like to go over, what does our box look like? What should I expect when I'm ordering a new down pillow? We're going to focus on down pillows today. And then what are my best practices for after I get this new, amazing, yummy, scrunchy, awesome pillow?
Yeah. So a long time ago, I decided to move the entire company to being paperless. So we did everything we could to remove as much paper inserts and stuff out of the box, and we've done a pretty good job of that. Sometimes there's an insert or two just as a reminder, but for the most part, most everything ships without one. So the pillow just shows up, right? And sometimes we get the question of what do I do with it? I mean, I know that the spirit of the question is they know to sleep on it, but it's like, what? How do I refluff it? And so it's not necessarily coming compressed because we ship all of our pillows in their own box, but yeah, sometimes the question comes up, what do I do once I have it? Once it's arrived in its box and I'm excited about it, what do I do?
Right. Yeah, because like if I buy clothes online, usually the first thing I do is I try them on and then I throw them in the washing machine after I've taken the tags off. So we're not in that kind of situation here where I don't have to like.
Please don't wash it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, that was a please don't wash them.
Please don't wash them.
Please,
No.
please don't wash them.
In fact, as a matter of fact, you know, the goal is to put it inside of a pillow protector. When I designed them to be used with pillow protectors, which you can find on the website. Pillow protectors have zippers, pillowcases do not. Big difference. So when you're having conversations about the nomenclature of what is, protectors have zippers, cases don't. So
okay.
Anyway, with that question that kind of came up earlier this week, which at first I was a little shocked by the question, but I figured if somebody asked it, there's no way that somebody else hasn't thought it. They just didn't ask.
Correct.
So I thought it would make some sense if we walked through getting the pillows coming in their own boxes and how to get into them and stuff like that. So
correct. And I had also mentioned to you that I was concerned about using a knife or a sharp instrument to get into the box as it might damage my brand new pillow. So can you actually show us how to properly open this box so that we're all clear?
I can do that. In fact, so because we ship all of our pillows in their own boxes, I got to design the box with a lot of specificity about what I wanted it to look like and how I wanted it to be designed. And one of those, part of the design goal was to make sure that a customer could not accidentally cut the pillow.
Oh,
which
awesome.
never happened. And when you see how we get into this box, you realize you can't cut the pillow. I happen to have my trusty knife.
Oof. That cuts some meat there.
And I happen to have a box.
Excellent.
And there's a pillow in it.
Yay.
All right, so as you'll see, all of the pillows come in their own box.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then they're always killing myself. Taped. You can see the tape reflecting there.
Yes.
All right. So in terms of your ability to get into it, you're not going to cut the pillow.
Just please don't cut your hand. Oof.
Exactly. And the pillow for the reveal.
Yes. Let's open that box.
Inside is...
Oh, love it.
One of the great things about dropping pillows is they won't break when you
Yes.
drop them, right? So each pillow comes in that box, and if you'll notice, the box is pretty thick. It's pretty deep. It's actually 5 inches thick.
Okay.
So the goal is to not compress the pillow, because I did not want and I don't want any of the pillows to be compressed when they get sent. So it shows off pretty thick.
Okay.
And this happens to be an 850 fill power Snuggle Soft Ultra Premium medium density pillow.
Okay.
Okay. So it comes with this little labels on it, so you know which one it is, right? What you would want to know. But what is also we just never mention it, and I always just forget to mention it, which is they all come with their own pillow bag, and this pillow bag is for traveling.
Nice.
Right?
Oh, look at how nice that is.
Right?
Yeah.
So you kind of can, so you can just take him with you, right?
Right. Right.
So the issue that came up with a customer that I thought was kind of interesting was, okay, so now that I have the pillow, right, what do I do with it?
Right.
Well, it's obviously not going to be terribly flat when you get it. It's relatively scrunched. It's relatively full already.
Right.
But if you want to, without question, you can puff it up, right?
Sure.
And you can almost make it thicker than it was before.
Sure. But you're also going to add the pillow protector to it and the pillowcase, and then you're going to put it on your bed.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
one of those other questions, sorry, Glad, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to ask you about the big long tag. Not the little that tag.
Yeah. So this is the law tag that is required, and this tag declares what's inside.
Okay.
It also declares the dimension, and then it declares the density, right?
Okay.
And then it's got our information on it that shows that we manufactured it, because we manufacture all of our finished goods, right?
Okay.
So that's on there as well. And then can you see our goose butt?
I can. It's so cute. I see his little feet too.
That's a goose down. It's a goose down, not a duck. It's a goose down logo. This butt in the air, right?
Yes.
One of those other things that people have asked, just as an aside, I know we didn't talk about this before, but people ask how thick the pillow is.
Yeah, like as in terms of like measurement of actual inches, as opposed to we refer to it as medium thickness.
And I'm like, it's that thick. Oh,
yeah.
No, wait. I'm like, no, it's that thick.
Right. It depends.
So so it's kind of one of those things where it's a tough question to answer when someone says, how thick is the pillow? And I understand the spirit of the question, right? Because they're a side sleeper and they're trying to figure out how to fill that area between, the crown of their shoulder and the side of their head, which I totally get. I mean, I understand the spirit of the question, but the answer is, I can tell you, but it's not a truthful, accurate answer, because you may fluff it thicker, and then you may compress it more. So
after your head is actually on it, it's gonna change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Awesome. So now we know that awesome bag with the handle that the pillow comes inside, and inside the box, we actually get to keep that. So maybe not throw that out.
No, don't throw it out. And it's relatively durable. I mean, it's not, the most durable thing in the world, but it's for storage and for travel. It should be pretty good. You should be okay with it. You can take it on the plane with you. I take mine. So
yeah. Or like if you're a snowbird and you spend half your time in like Minnesota and the other half in Arizona, you might need to package things up and store them away in closets or whatever. So
we have a lot of customers also that have 2 down comforters. Some of them will have a lightweight and then the year round. and then they'll store the year round during the summer, and then they'll use the lightweight. So that's not terribly uncommon.
Okay.
Come in very similar bags with, containers, and it's a wireframe bag and stuff like that. So
okay, awesome. And we went over the tag that's got all of the relevant information about the pillow, sort of like the birth certificate of the pillow.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, that's its birther notice.
Yes, yes. And that we can use a sharp instrument to open the box, and your pillow is safe from that.
Yeah, you're not going to damage it because of the way that we built it. It's a tongued box, so you're not going to damage it. So yeah, you should be good. But you also have to know that every pillow, if you notice, we ship every pillow. If you order 4 pillows, you're getting 4 boxes.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we can get into the well, just briefly, it is not uncommon for FedEx to deliver 3 boxes with the 4th one not showing up until the next day. So sometimes it takes 24 hours to deliver an entire order. But
yes. And sometimes the pillow protector may be in the box, and other times it may be shipped separately, depending on the order.
Depending upon the order, those pillow protectors definitely ship separately. But the down pillows that we make here, we have all of the pillow protectors here. We put those on those boxes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. I feel confident now that when I receive my pillow, I will know exactly what to do with it.
If you have any other questions, obviously don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thanks for answering the question.
Have a great weekend.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye.